He who never makes mistakes never makes anything. My mum built in me an incredible self-confidence. She had it because she was probably the most beautiful woman in the world at the time. And Dad, felt he was born to lead. There are some leaders in the world and there are some followers. I was born to lead. That's my dad's view. So, you would say that this son was bound to grow up with an overpowering self-confidence. Well, that was true. I would take on lecturers at uni, professors, no problem. Even Alistair McIntyre, Professor of Logic. And he was great. And I guess he was ideal in his job because he could take the most incredible difficult situations, argue his way through. And so could Marshall, of course. But that pales into insignificance to my confidence now. I'll put it in the negative way first. It's because I know I'm a child of God. In the sense that I hold to this view of myself firmly. The only difference between me and the rest of humanity is that most of it doesn't know that they're children of God. In a sense, we could say none of us ever know. Not in this world, in the flesh anyway. That's the nature of this universe, it seems. But those that choose to believe it are indomitable because they trust in God that the mistakes they make are not mistakes, but something God uses to his glory and the well-being of all of us. So where others would be reckless, we are just confident. And if we do make a mistake, it doesn't disturb us. We plough on just as confidently because we're children of God. We trust we are in his hands. Everything. Everything. And if we're despised and rejected of men, well, so is Jesus. It just puts us in good company. And now to put the right slant on it, a happy slant, is because we trust in God. But we really do. As far as we know. Of course, we could be tried beyond our station. But we trust he knows all about that. So in some ways I walk a stranger in the world, but in others I walk in a oneness with all humanity. And I find by the goodness and the love and the grace of God, and I mean in me, by God, by his goodness, I can find I'm relating to sometimes the most unlikely people, and sometimes the most likely, but so often to angels who thought they were just ordinary people. But I know who they really are. Beloved children of God. And I meet them on an equal footing, and they know it. And they know they've met someone that knows who they are, even though they didn't know themselves. And they actually go away blessed for having met me. And I am so overwhelmingly glad. It's my reason for living. Now, I'm reckless in saying this to you because, well, from a Hindu point of view, for instance, it's an ego nightmare. And from a Christian point of view, an appalling lack of humility and humbleness. How can you be humble when you've reached out to trust that you're a child of God? You're Prince of this universe and all others. Or Princess. I'd like to claim that I'm both. But I look just like a prince. It helps being 6'3", of course. And of that sort of proud English arrogance that the rest of the world finds so abysmal. Let me pause. Well, Jesus says, I am come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. Not too humble, that. Who do you think he is? That's how we are, you see. Children of God. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Love you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.